Hey everybody, it's Jugger, and welcome back to another episode of Mystical Ninja starring Ibisu Maru. In the last episode, we went through... We went through the Ghosts Fortress Tower Temple thingy that was right next to the hot springs. And in this episode... Oh, wait, what am I even doing? If you may remember, we were told to go west of Zazentown. So, let us go there. Dragon. You know, it always seemed weird to me that the dragon was made out of very distinct segments, as opposed to just one big dragon. It's obviously because it's an N64 game, but it's still kind of weird. And as you may or may not remember, because I didn't, to get to West Zazentown, we have to go through here. That little corridor thing that we, know that we'll never have to go to again. I think it's this door? Chugoku. Yeah, I think that's it. If you remember correctly, this door was locked last time we were here. Whew, I'm finally back from the Flake Gang's place in Shikoku region. So that was Shigoku. Anyway, there's no place like home. So why are you here? Who closed the door? Ahem, it was me. It was the safety stopper system I built. But it's out of batteries. The door barely opens. Except now it's opening fine. And now we're in Bizen. You may see that... Ah, oh, crap. Bad yay. Bad. You may see there that there is a gold lock, which is special because it's... Oh man. I knew that was going to happen. Because it's not in a temple. The door has a crack in it. You can't do anything with that just yet. And we can't do anything with the non-temple door yet either, because that is for later in the game once again. First of all, I'm going to go over here. And now we are in Uzumo. And while we're here, I'd just like to mention, I actually think that this is one of my more favorite parts of the game. It's not very... Come here. It's not very action-packed or anything. There's no, like, really neat towns or anything right here, but what I really like about this is the fact that there are huge changes in the landscape. For instance, we are now in the middle of a desert. And as you can see, you can kill those guys even when they're underground. Because physics. Ah, come here. No. No. Ah, screw it. You live. There are huge changes in landscape in a very small area, and I think that makes it really neat. Personally, I prefer the more town areas, just because I like being able to get around fairly easily, and I like talking to people and things like that, despite the fact that I barely talk to anyone in these videos. But I do really, really like the fact that there's a whole bunch of very different landscapes in this small area, and I think that's very odd, but it's very neat. 2 more and our strength will increase. And here you see, what is this? It looks like a battery. You see Sasuke's #1 battery. So if you haven't figured it out already, from the giant glowing floating battery that we just saw, this part of the game is actually I'm lost. Oh, wait. This way? Yes. I don't know if I mentioned it. I can't remember because I kind of just talk off the top of my head while I'm doing this. But I like this area because it is very varied. However, I always get lost. Every single time that I'm here. It's a very weird area. Because a lot of things look the same. For instance, the dune. Whoa. Here we go. And that first area that we were in, which was some kind of weird part of a town, I think, with all the cracked doors. So it makes navigating this place a little unusual. So it's very easy to get lost. And I was actually just talking about something that I can't remember what I was talking about anymore. Which is actually a large problem that I have quite often. Oh, right. Sasuke! We are actually going to put back together the mechanical ninja Sasuke, who, if you remember, we got from the guy who we threw Achilles' heel at, whose name escapes me, after his wise old man's house exploded. What does this say? Izumo Amnesty. I'm not sure that Amnesty can be used as a place, but okay, fine. Lake with a large tree. See? We just went from a desert to a random giant tree in the middle of a pond. And I'm not going to lie, I fall off of here a lot. And after saying that, of course I do it perfectly. Why Jugger, you ask? There's nothing up here. What is going on? Why did you climb up this giant tree? Well, if you recall, in the last temple, palace, whatever, you got this, and it reveals hidden items. Including a random, for some reason, invisible battery. Receive Sasuke's battery number 2. Electro Shine Unite. And here is probably my favorite character. What the? Isn't that Ibisumaru? What in the world am I doing here? Hey, that's what I want to know. The batteries were knocked out of place, and you just froze. That happened to me? Well, what happened? It seems to be a glitch in my memory circuit. Again, mechanical. I'm having trouble remembering. I must hurry and have my wise old man repair it. Sasuke, about your wise old man. Well, there was an explosion that demolished his whole house. And he's gone missing since, well, with the explosion. What? Who would do such a thing? We believe it had to do with the Peach Mountain guys that we're after. My wise old man? Really? Like guys with a crazy name like Peach Mountain? Grr. I'm gonna crush those Peach Mountain guys. Let me go with you. And as a result, the mechanical ninja Sasuke joins forces with Goemon. Now, with the addition of Sasuke, doors with cracks in them can be destroyed using Sasuke's Firecracker Bomb. And now we see we have our final character, Sasuke, who is significantly shorter than everyone else, and for that reason, has to swim in waters that are this shallow. Sasuke, like I said, is probably one of my favorite characters in the entire series, I think. in the original Mystical Ninja, which I think might have just been called Mystical Ninja, I can't remember. It was for the SNES. I believe that Sasuke was actually a villain who was a boss that you had to defeat. I think Ye might have been as well, but I'm not sure about that one. Now, one of the very interesting things about Sasuke is when you go down and crawl around, if you attack with your kunai, instead, he uses his hair, which really doesn't do anything other than giving him a little bit more range. But oh no, God! Also, I'm not sure about this, but I think that he has shorter range because his attacks don't seem to go as far. But I still like him. He has one of the best jumps in the game, I think. He does a little flip at the top. And his secondary weapon is the Firecracker Bomb. And like Goemon's money, it... Aw, man. I walked right into that one. Like Goemon's money, it costs money. You know, makes sense, right? For instance, you have to always put money in firecracker bombs. And as you saw just then, when you hit one of the cracked doors with this firecracker bomb, it explodes, revealing a golden fortune doll. Automatically, my strength is increased by 1. And if you remember, over here, there was... On my way. Oh, God. Close. There was a second door, which also has a golden, or rather, silver fortune doll, leaving me just one more until I increase my strength. And I know that this is going to be a little shorter than most other of my episodes, but I think with the unveiling of a new character and the acquisition of a couple more fortune dolls, I think that we'll end it off right here. So once again, I am Jugger, and I will see you guys next time.